I'm Debbie Pearl, and I'm here with Kirsten, and we are going to discuss my latest book, Preparing to Be His Helpmeet. And I'm going to challenge her on some of the ideas that she has. So let's get started. Okay, earlier this week, we were talking about the kind of man that you might like to marry. Kirsten would like to get married. And so we got to decide which one she wants. Does she want a prophet, which would be a visionary guy? Do you think you'd like a prophet?
No.
Okay, or a priest, which will be a steady man. Do you think you'd like a priest?
No.
Okay, the last one is a king. That's the one we'll discuss. I bet she would like a king who is a real forceful command man. So would you like a king?
Never.
Maybe Kirsten would like to be a nun. Okay, tell me what you want, what you would like in a king or wouldn't like in a king.
Well, I think the world needs kings to be commandmen, to be leaders, and to, keep the ball rolling for everything.
Yeah.
But I do not like how they are forceful and just commanding towards their wives, and they expect everything to be right and on time, and I couldn't handle that.
Just couldn't handle a king. In my book, we talk about how many kings that there will be available. So, do you remember that part?
Yeah, you said that there is a lot of priests,
Yeah.
fewer prophets, and even fewer kings.
So you don't have to worry, you probably won't get a king, right? Since there's just a few kings. I'm married to a king. He is very forceful, right?
Yes.
He is a command man, right?
Yes.
So tell me, what is it that you see in a king in a regular day that you would not cooperate with?
I think that when, if you've cooked for them, gotten up early, cooked a breakfast for them, and they get up and they sit down, they're like, well, I don't want this. It's like, why? What do you mean you don't want this? I got up early. I got up before you. Why would you not want what I made? And they're like, well, I don't want it. I want this. So am I responsible to jump up after getting up early and
Yes.
cooking them and make what they want?
She's supposed to be helpmeet, you remember that. Okay, this past week we had this discussion. I went, well, she needs some instruction. So I challenged her, and tell me what you did for your project.
Well, I decided that I guess I needed to practice on serving a king.
That's right.
Desiring to serve a king. So we have a king here at work.
We do. We have 3 kings
Yeah, we
here.
have 3 kings at work, which
And
can
she
be
has to
trying.
cook for them every day. It's not easy to cook for a king, 3 kings, and satisfy all 3 in one day.
No, it's not. So I knew that one of the meals that I was cooking, the king didn't particularly like. So I went down there and to where he worked, and I'm like, we're having this meal and I know you don't like it. Would you like me to make you something small? I'm not going to make a whole nother meal, but if there's something you would like that I could throw together, I would do that. And his entire countenance changed. He wasn't this commanding jerk. He was more of like, well, yeah, that would be really nice. I would have really appreciate that. And he gave me this simple just sandwich that he would like. And I'm like, wow, I can handle that. And when I did it, it was like I'd made this amazing meal for him. And afterwards, he commented how good it was. I'm like, man, it was just a sandwich. And it really felt good to serve someone who was appreciative. I know in your book you said that for the king, they're the most appreciative. When you serve them, you'll get the most glory out of serving a king. So it really did change. At first I was like, I'm gonna ask him what he wants for lunch and I'm gonna make it for him. And then it just changed. I'm like, wow, I really don't mind this. This was really good.
She learned something, didn't
I don't know that I would necessarily marry a king, but my perspective on them changed because of my desire to serve them and just doing it with an open heart and just willing to serve them. And it was a really good challenge, and I'm really glad I did it.
Okay, then we need the other girls to do the same thing. You realize that you're going to be the helpmeet. You're going to marry the man that God has for you, and he might be a king. So you have a choice in your life. You can say, he's a jerk, which he will be, but you can make him a worse jerk if you react to him, but you can make him a man you will appreciate honoring if you respond to him in a correct way. And you're going to respond to him the way you have practiced responding now as a single girl. And if a married girl's watching this, you need to start responding to your husband, how may I please you? And you'll be surprised how they just, Oh, well, that's so nice. You know, thank you so much. It's amazing, isn't it?
It really was.
It's amazing. Just one small thing and can change. But you keep in mind, you're going to be the helpmate. God's going to give you to that man. God's not going to give him to you. So it is up to you to make a difference, and you can make a difference with your king.